Imagine snapping your fingers, and in that instant, everything stops. Not just movement, not just sound, not just people, time itself. No ticking clocks, no flowing seconds, no past moving into the future, a universe frozen between two heartbeats. Cars hang mid-air after collisions that never finish, raindrops remain suspended like glass beads, explosions become silent sculptures of fire and light, and your own breath is caught halfway in your lungs. This is not a pause button, this is the absolute death of time. Today on Wikivedia Plus, we will explore what would happen if time suddenly stopped. Let's dive in. Time is not just something we measure with clocks. In physics, time is woven into the fabric of reality itself. It is one half of space-time, the invisible dimension that allows events to happen at all. If time stops, causality dies. Cause can no longer lead to effect, motion loses meaning, and change becomes impossible. At the smallest scale, reality begins to collapse. Atoms rely on time to vibrate. Electrons exist as probabilities that evolve through time, and without time, quantum mechanics freezes into nonsense. Chemical reactions halt instantly, electricity no longer flows, and light itself cannot travel. Photons are frozen, which means vision becomes impossible. If time truly stops, darkness is not the absence of light. Darkness is all that remains. Your brain, which depends on electrical signals firing over time, cannot think. Neurons freeze mid-signal, thoughts cannot form, memories cannot update, and consciousness cannot continue. You would not feel trapped or afraid. You would not feel anything at all, because feeling itself requires time. But imagine something even more disturbing. What if time stopped everywhere, except for you? You take one step forward, but the ground beneath your foot is frozen at the atomic level. There is no friction, no resistance, you cannot walk. Air molecules are locked in place, so you cannot breathe. Sound cannot reach your ears, and your voice creates no vibrations, even light cannot reach your eyes. You are blind in a universe that still exists, but cannot interact. Within seconds, you suffocate. Now zoom out. The Earth stops spinning, centrifugal forces vanish, and the planet's shape begins to collapse, but can never finish the process. Tectonic plates freeze mid-pressure, earthquakes are locked halfway through destruction, and the moon stops orbiting. Gravity no longer evolves, tides freeze forever, and the sun itself stops burning. Nuclear fusion inside stars requires time-based particle interactions. Without time, stars are no longer stars, they are massive, inert spheres of frozen plasma. The universe becomes a museum of unfinished events. Galaxies hang mid-rotation, black holes stop consuming matter, and even entropy, the slow decay of order, ceases. No aging, no decay, no death, but also no life, no growth, no meaning. Time is what turns existence into a story. Without time, reality has no narrative, no before, no after, only a single, eternal frame. Philosophically, this raises a terrifying question. If nothing changes, does anything exist at all? Existence requires difference, difference requires change, and change requires time. A timeless universe is indistinguishable from nothingness. And perhaps the most unsettling realization is this: we do not move through time. Time moves through us. Every heartbeat, every memory, every choice depends on it. Remove time, and the universe does not end in fire or darkness. It ends in silence, a perfect, infinite, meaningless stillness. This is not the end of the world, this is the end of reality itself. And when you truly understand that, you realize time is not your enemy. It is the only reason you exist. This is the end of today's journey. If time could stop for just one moment, what would you want that moment to be, and why? Share your thoughts in the comments, Subscribe for more cinematic explorations into reality's deepest questions, and suggest the next mystery you want us to uncover. Until the next story, time moves on.